Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Watch 80! Watch the screen! Pass!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
80! Regular.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Mike Fofo. Let's go, defense. Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun. Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
At their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Clock now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Check 15, check 15. Ready?
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos 7, Bills 0.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd and 12, Allen, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Dorsett on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lock. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Ready. 8, read. Here we go. Snap.
Lock now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Team 6. 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Looking deep downfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Football 319. Mike football. Check Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 48.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lock. And he'll find Hall. And all the way home for a Broncos score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Coleman. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
40. 44's Mike. Check. Cut. Switch.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Trying to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Got it. Here we go. Here we go. 60-or.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check three.
Ready, ready.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Let's go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coleman now. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40.
On 2nd and 12, Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, exit. Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 33-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come.
General West.
25. Check 25. He's coming. Double.
Hey, tight.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Allen off the play fake. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So they get a break there as the penalty moves them to the 5 for another 3rd and goal.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
49, check 49, check 49. Stop. We got double up.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Bills are forced to settle for 3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you.
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dante Pettis. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
61, match box, light.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen completes it to Coleman. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
I'm scared.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Zoo.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and it's 3rd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Here we go. 30 base.
That's it. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Snap.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Handoff, Coleman, right side. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
The